Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of the Foolish Fish Esoteric News with your weekly updates on the worlds of esoteric and occult book publishing and arts and events and paraphernalia. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here with us. And thank you so much to miskatonicbooks.com for sponsoring the show. Thank you, miskatonicbooks.com, for keeping the show alive with your sponsorship. Miskatonicbooks.com, if you don't know them, are an amazing purveyor of esoteric and occult books from around the world. Fantastic quality second-hand books, new books, books that have just recently been published from small independent presses, just all the lovely stuff that I like to talk about on this channel. You can find it on miskatonicbooks.com. And yeah, if you just head over to their website, and I've left a link down in the description as always, you'll be able to find all the lovely books that they keep and that they make sure are available. And when they go out of stock everywhere else in the world, miskatonicbooks.com are the ones who make sure that they have stock of that book as regularly as possible from the second-hand market. And yeah, it's always just a great pleasure to go over there to browse their front page and of course, you know, the actual full shop. Good stuff, very good stuff. Thank you again, miskatonicbooks.com, for your sponsorship. Let's start off with some, like, a big relief. Some amazing news, of course, from Anathema Publishing, who had said that the publication of Shani Oates's Tubelo's Forge had been postponed indefinitely, but we now have a date for the pre-orders beginning, so they will start. The pre-orders will start, they will open on February the 28th. So yeah, just a little over a month from today. I'm so glad that this is happening. I was a little bit worried, I'll be honest with you, about the situation, the state that the Kickstarter had left Anathema Publishing in, due to just a very large discrepancy between what they had expected the cost of printing all the books would be, and then of course when the Canadian dollar dropped significantly against all the other currencies of the world, yeah, they found themselves in a difficult situation where everything was costing the same, but it was costing much more in Canadian dollars. So yeah, that was a little bit of a concern. But seeing this, I'm thinking to myself, maybe they're back on track, and that is a big relief. So let's see, an expected release date and shipping around mid-May 2025. And we can see already how beautiful this collector's edition is going to be. If we hop over to anathemapublishing.com, you'll be able to actually see yeah, some pictures. Oh yeah, some pictures of the front and the back. This looks like some kind of velvet, doesn't it? The spine, and then an embossed faux leather, I suppose. Cover, just, it looks really nice. I'm assuming it's faux leather. I wonder if we can see maybe some details in oh, if I just go back a step. Yes, here we go. So hardbound, 100 points, quarter bound in deep green Wintan sapphire bonded leather. Okay, so it's reconstituted leather, and suede, swadle, lux emerald on the spine and full back cover. Gold foil blocking to rounded spine and blind deboss. Gold foil on the cover and black back cover. It looks very cool indeed. Yeah, and then of course there'll be a hardcover, artisanal hardcover version that will come out very soon as well. We'll get more details there. Then we've got news from Jason Miller. Later this year, expanded edition of Financial Sorcery. This has been really appreciated this particular book by Jason Miller. Many people really rate it very highly. I haven't read it yet, but I understand that it's very, very cool. And so it's getting a new expanded edition. So that's really lovely news. I think that's happening. Yeah, I had a look actually on Amazon. It's not there. It's not pre-orderable yet. The older, or should I say current edition, is still up there. But yes, looking forward to seeing this kind of sunny yellow edition quite soon. Good stuff. We got news from Samuel David alongside Steph V. Scott. The Inannanthology, which had been announced about a year ago, I guess, is now available to purchase through lulu.com, which of course is a print-on-demand store. This focuses on Inanna, naturally, and you can see all the names of the people who have contributed to the articles within this Inannanthology. Prayers, poetry, original artwork, hymns, path workings, personal reflections, solitary and temple rituals, all dedicated to the goddess Inanna. Links to this down below, of course. Good. We've got news from Troy Books. Necromancy, Divination with Spirits of the Dead is their latest announcement, including the methods, tools and practices of the art by Oscar Tusk, unveiling the mysteries of the necromancy with Necromancy, Divination with Spirits of the Dead, a comprehensive exploration of one of the most misunderstood and ancient magical arts, rooted in centuries-old tradition and refined through the teachings of the Coven of the Black Sun. This book offers a guide to the cosmology, rituals and practical applications of necromancy. There we go. Lots and lots of stuff to discover in there. And the paperback is not available yet. The hardback edition is not available yet, but we do have a link over here to the special edition, currently available on pre-order. There we go. Okay, let's move on to Aeon Spirit. So Aeon Spirit have just announced that they are going to be publishing Magick Without Tears by Aleister Crowley. For the first time, this edition will include the complete set of 93 letters, unabridged, organized and annotated as originally intended. It's going to be prefaced by a critical introduction to the life and work of Aleister Crowley that radically redefines our understanding of his place in the history of Western esotericism. That's quite a statement, quite a claim. So yeah, looking forward to that. And it looks like a very beautiful edition of Magick Without Tears, which is, if I understand correctly, like a recommendation for the first book of Aleister Crowley's to read if you're just getting into Aleister Crowley. So yeah, that's exciting stuff. We've got Lithograph art print coming out through Gallo Glass Books. You may recognize Gallo Glass from their book Monad, in which they were collecting the works, or some of the works of Plotinus and Porphyry and Proclus. And yeah, so we've got José Gabriel Alegría Sabogal giving us an illustration of the burning of Giordano Bruno. So yeah, I'm sure that'll be a very lovely thing to see. And let me just see if yeah, here we go. So that's 204 zlotys. That's about $40 US, give or take. And of course, wherever you are in the world, it'll show up in your own currency, and the shipping is calculated at checkout. So that's cool. Limited to 100 prints, printed in the United States. There we go. Okay, very beautiful. Got news from Crosscrow Books, and more particularly from Sarah Mastros, Introduction to Witchcraft, 13 Lessons in the Practice of Magic, has been announced for pre-orders. It's not yet available on Amazon for pre-orders, but if you go directly to the Cross Crow Books website, you can pre-order it there. It's from $28.95. It's currently on pre-order with a release date for October 28th, 2025. So that's a little way off into the future. Sarah Mastros has turned thousands of novices into practitioners of the craft. For the first time, Introduction to Witchcraft, 13 Lessons in the Practice of Magic, presents her decades of experience and material in an accessible form. Step into her classroom with a notebook and feather-tipped pen ready. It's time to advance your practice. Inside Introduction to Witchcraft, you'll find practical exercises, simple but never condescending, explanations of magical ideas and examples from Mastros's experience in the field. She covers a range of topics from defining magic to curse breaking and protection, and divides the material into clear and distinct sections akin to the lessons from her classes. It's going to be a foundational title for all beginning witches and long-term practitioners looking to review their basics. We've got a hardcover edition. I'm trying to have a look at if we are getting prices over here. No, if I add it to my cart, if I pop it over here and and will we see a price? I'm assuming the $28 is for the paperback, so $45 for the hardcover. There we go. All right, let's move on to news from Daniel Yates from Photophrenic, who has just released a new collection of photographs, a photographic exploration of infinite space. So it's actually a little bit more than a collection of photographs. It's limited to 22 boxes. Each box contains a photographic representation of the spheres produced on high-quality silk-coated A5 cards, each card featuring an image of a spherical shell on the averse as a nod to the clipot. That's clever. For those of you who don't know, clipot actually means shells. Accompanying these cards is a 21-page hand-stitched booklet introducing the series and giving insight into their manifestation. The booklet is also contains reproductions of both Chapter 9 and Chapter 10 of QBL by Frater Achad to encourage further insight into both the card's purpose and the wider work of the tree as a whole. I can show you maybe a few more of the pictures here. Daniel's work is always just so beautiful. So it's an exploration of the tree of life through the medium of photography, and I think that's really lovely, really very cool indeed. There we go. Go over to photophrenic.com for more details there. We've got news from Dr. Alexander Cummins, who's got a new item. It's the Hekate Circlet. Let's see, $175 or 4 interest-free payments of $43.75. This is through the Cauldron Black, which is his own web store. And this is really beautiful. I like it a lot. So, patroness of witchcraft, liminal spaces, herbcraft, and necromancy, Hekate is the only child of the Perses in Asteria, and it is from these Titan parents she received her power over the heavens, the earth, and the seas. You probably know a little bit about Hekate already. Each circlet is strung in stones of solary citrine, lunary moonstone, chthonic black agate, a visionary obsidian, and blue gold stone of the midnight firmament, and has been prayed over and charged on the altar of Hekate from the new moon of February 28th, 2025, the full moon March 14th, to the full moon of March the 14th, 2025, Wear this circlet to connect with liminality in devotion to this goddess of the heavens, the earth and the seas, and to empower one's operations of necromancy, herbcraft, witchcraft and mediumship. Lay it upon the earth at one's shrines or wrapped about statues and icons to demarcate working ritual space in which to perform divination, operative spellcraft, and to better commune with one's spirits. It looks very, very beautiful. Yeah, knowing Dr. Cummins, it'll have been created with great care. There we are. More news from Daniel Yates, actually. His The Occult Library has been significantly updated, and they are looking for volunteers, to help with the upkeep of the website. The idea of the Occult Library is just to bring together information about all the great publishers and writers and practitioners in the world today. And I just wanted to draw attention to the art gallery in which all the great occult artists of today are grouped, can all be found. There was an announcement that Stuart Littlejohn had recently been added, and also William Blake, which is very, very cool indeed. There we are. Couple of Kickstarters. The Ritual Kitchen Tarot really caught my eye. I have to admit, I like the art style. It's clearly... Hold on, let me just actually get down to the tarot pictures themselves. No. Is that the best we're going to do? Okay, I guess it is. So anyway, it's a 78 card full tarot deck. No one is a beautiful no, oh my goodness, I'm so tired, folks. You can tell because I'm really struggling with my words, aren't I? Not only is it a beautiful hand illustrated piece of art for introspection and guidance, it aims to feed your soul. Welcome to a project that blends ancient wisdom with creative flavor. A tarot deck that doubles as a recipe collection, designed to bring both magic and nourishment into your life. Each of the 78 cards in this deck corresponds to a magical ingredient or recipe drawn from folklore, herbal traditions, and kitchen witchery, helping you bring the guidance and wisdom of each card into the physical with a ritual recipe so that you may invoke, manifest, and understand your path through the act of kitchen witchery. The video is definitely worth taking a look at. It's nice. Go and check that out. And then there's this Echoes of the Wood, which it kind of says that it's a board game, but any board game where you're throwing a die and you're going forward that number of spaces is okay. I wouldn't bother with that, but it comes with some beautiful, beautiful oracle cards, and it's the creator actually states that she hasn't used any artificial intelligence graphics, right? Generated graphics for this deck at any point in the creation, and I think it's really very, very beautiful. Here we go. We're getting into a little bit of the art from the Oracle deck. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, I mean, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the board game, go and check it out. But it did not look good to me at all. But yes, those cards, oof, lovely, lovely. All right, there's a significantly updated web store from Agartha's Arcanum. And by the way, they're looking for affiliates to help to spread the word about their web store. I don't feel right taking affiliation, being affiliated with smaller stores. I'm very happy to take Amazon's money, because I'm then using that money to buy books from independent booksellers. But yes, I'm afraid I can't join the affiliate program for an independent publisher, just so that I can remain impartial, right? But yeah, taking a look at their shop, there's some really lovely stuff, guys. There's pages and pages and pages, by the way. But yeah, these soaps and candles, these wands. Look at this snake wand over here. Let's check this out. Can we get a little bit closer? Yes, no? I don't know. It's not coming up. Nope. I think it would need to download. I need to give it a little bit of time. But yeah, it looks really cool to me. And then, yeah, there's 50 pages worth of good stuff. Look at these lovely little crystal brooms. Aren't they cool? Very, very cool. But yeah, not just items. There's also conjurations and infusions, coffee. Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, lots and lots of coffee. Lots and lots and lots of coffee. Yeah, more summonings, more magic wands and stuff. So yeah, go and check out Agartha's Arcanum. Some ritual blades and stuff. Yeah, lovely, lovely. All right, let's move on to the Temple of Witchcraft, the TempleHearth Conference of 2025. And this is going to feature Christopher Penchak and many others. So let's have a look. We've got also Christine Ford. I'm afraid I don't know many of the others presenting here. The witchcraft specifically scene isn't my direct area of expertise. But yeah, Dan Lupacino and Jason Nadeau and Renee Bedard and so on. And so I'll let you scroll through all of these. So this is happening when certainly the registration is open now. February. Let's see. Sorry, it's come on. It'll be held Friday, January 31st to Sunday, February the 2nd. My goodness, that's very soon indeed. So my apologies to many of you watching right now. I know that for a lot of Foolish Fish members, you'll be watching this on Thursday evening when I release it specifically to members. But for everyone else, yeah, it might be a little bit too late. I'm sorry. But I'll tell you what's not too late. It's the Astromagia 5, which is happening in June, July of 2025. That's happening online and in person. And it's, yeah, many of the great names of astrology are going to be taking part, and that is happening over several days, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean June, July. Let's see. Anyway, I should have brushed up on this before going on to record, but here we go. We've got some keynote speakers here: Chris Warnock, Cadmus, Alkistis Demek, Chris Rapecci, and Dr. Alexander Cummins down over here, and Demetra George, which I'm very excited to see. So that's very good stuff. And then what? And then we've got the Occulture Conference, which is happening in Berlin. They sent out a letter a couple of days ago, and they were saying that they had 16 seats left. So that's happening in October 2025. Thursday 23rd of October. And yeah, as usual, they'll be releasing details of who's going to be attending, who's going to be the keynote speakers, and so on, little by little over the next few months. But yeah, people really like this one, and they tend to buy their tickets long in advance. So then there's an exhibition happening in Oxford at the Bodelian Library, and this is about oracles, omens, and answers, and that's been going on since the 6th of December, and it'll continue until the 27th of April. Looks really nice, actually. So from oracle bones from Shang Dynasty China to an autobiography of Ronald Reagan's White House astrologer, Oracles, Omens, and Answers will explore the different techniques humans have used to unveil the past, understand the present, and predict the future. And then there's a little book to go along with it. To be honest, that's the main thing that that made me go, "Whoa, what?" So that's very cool, and that was published on the 5th of December. Accompanying the exhibition, a spellbinding collection of 24 divinatory techniques from around the world, exploring our need to appeal to powers beyond our realm for prediction and clarifications. That's really nice. And then obviously, my board game of the week is A Place for All My Books, a cozy board game about collecting good books and the joy of organizing them. Well, I've actually spent the past week reorganizing all the books that are behind me over here. I've got rid of a good deal of my books, folks. Like, a lot of my books have gone, and I've kept just the ones that I deeply desired to keep. Yeah, even the ones that I thought I do love this book, but am I really going to ever pick it up again? Yeah, so those ones, yeah, I'm selling them off. I'm giving them away. They're a lot of them are going. So you can see everything's nicely organized now. It's actually looking kind of neat again, and I'm quite pleased about that. But yeah, so back to this to this board game. It's a board game about collecting books and making them look good and be easily accessible and be in a logical order on a shelf. I mean, it's basically what I do for fun, right? So of course this had to be my board game of the week. There we go. It's rare to find a game this cozy and crunchy at the same time. So there we are. There we go, folks. Thank you very much for putting up with my ramblings. And if you did find any value at all in this video, do remember to hit the like button. I really appreciate everyone who does. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get all the latest reviews of all the great esoteric and occult books. And if you'd like to have a one-to-one conversation with me just to whatever, get some idea about the near future, get some order in your head about your own spiritual experiences, like what was going on there, and is there anything that I can do to harness that, or anything like that, you know, or if you'd like some book recommendations or just a tarot reading, then go and check out the links down below and book a 1-hour session with me. And yeah, we'll have a little chat. That's about it from me for this week. Thank you ever so much for watching. Do take care of yourselves. Do take care of each other. And see you very soon with another video. Bye-bye.